This is former president of Supreme Cassation Court. Now it's just Supreme, it's not Cassation anymore. Dragomir Milojevic. And I'm creating video about him because he ignored my crime report, which can also be considered as indictment, since prosecutors, acting prosecutors, multiple prosecution officers, ignored me, and when they do that, I become acting prosecutor as a citizen, not to mention that I have way more education than all of them, so I became prosecutor when they ignore me. And then I prosecute state prosecutors. So I sent him I sent him email that was on 19th of June 2020, and I described a lot of crime reports. In the beginning there were this was related to a pedophile rapist, then fake PhDs and other diplomas. These are, by the way, ministers. This guy's real piece of shit, real moron. She is also real moron, not to mention this piece of shit. So all of them are ministers. So at the highest level of political system. This is about Stanford and Twitter, Stanford study regarding Twitter, and I don't think I have here the link. So Twitter fake accounts which supported current political party, ruling political party. This is about murder of two soldiers, so not professional soldiers, but regular soldiers who were serving the army. That was 1 year. No, I think it's 6 months or something like that. And the last was related to that piece of shit, Vlade Divac. So it's not Divac, it's Divac. TS is at the end. And his wife killing one guy on the bridge. So this is the rest. I gave him all the details. And so on and so on. I mentioned the crimes of prosecutors, crimes prosecutors committed, and so on and so on. Yeah, this was, I started from here. So number 3 are monstrous murders of 3 members of my family. Second case is Jovanica. So smuggling, international smuggling of marijuana, one of the biggest in Europe, biggest operation, one of the biggest operations. And the first is illegal arms trade. I give all the details here. So this is what I sent. Okay, I only gave this directory. I cannot find it. Yeah, here it is. Final 2. I mentioned it in many other videos, so I'm not going into details. So this is the why is it here? Yeah, I sent this to Court of Appeals of Belgrade. Okay, not just to Supreme Cassation Court, Serbia. So this is the court, the highest instance of the court, which can. This is not something for the court. It's something else. It's for intelligence services. Okay, this is nothing, just a reminder. What's this? Okay, these are just, they were just confirming they received emails. So this is what I sent them. This is my filter. So everything I sent to Cassation Court, Supreme Cassation Court, which can overturn every decision of every court. This is his answer. So it says here, President of Supreme Cassation Court, Dragomir Milojevic. Okay. So what he said here, it was he sent this I don't know, like what was the date when I sent? So it was 19th. Okay, it took 2 weeks to answer, which is, I mean, this is a period according to the law when within which state institutions need to answer. So let's go to his okay, 6th of July. So here's what he answered, and this is the subject of the video, of this video. So this is the wrong date. It was 19th, not 25th, and it's not the submission, it's a crime report or indictment. So he said he cannot determine what kind of legal protection I ask, what are reasons for writing them. So if I want to file a complaint, they're constantly doing this. Of course, no invoking any law, any part of the law, nothing, which is insane. So he said here, if I want to file a complaint, so they are constantly doing this, they are calling my crime reports either complaints or submissions, not crime reports, because when it is crime report, they are doing things ex officio. So by the definition of their job, they cannot ask me anything. They need to decide everything on their own. So this is why they're doing this. So if I want to file a complaint, I never mentioned complaint in my crime report or indictment. It is needed to address the president of the court, which did something wrong. So I need to address president of the court, contact president of the court if that court did something wrong. Okay, state which court is in question, and number of the case. For most of the cases I don't know numbers. This is the whole point, and I don't. To this day I haven't received a single case. Only some parts, some notifications. So this is the date, and to give details or reasons for filing again complaint. Okay, so he is here pretending he doesn't know how law works, and he pretends he knows nothing about illegal arms trade, let alone all those other 7 cases. So these are all international cases, and I asked him. Yeah, I mentioned here that it's not 25th of June, it's 19th. And I stated there these are, I cannot say lawsuits, it's indictment. And I stated I gave everything, all the details needed. And I asked, and I stated here that there's no need to answer anymore, because he sent me everything I needed, but I wanted him to answer 2 questions, and this is really important. So Serbian to English. I just want to go through to translate and fix if something is wrong. So why is there no mention of a scientist, not a quasi or pseudoscientist such as social sciences and the like, but a real scientist who has far more authority and credibility than any official in Article 138 of the Criminal Code, endangering security. This is the part of this is the crime described in this article. So the answer is very simple, because it is taken for granted. It's by default, meaning that real scientist is above every official officer and so on, judge, prosecutor, and so on and so on, which is true, of course. Second question, if politicians, judges, prosecutors, and this is extremely important, it has to do with court of public opinion, and I need to, this is Monster who murdered 3 members of my family, which I mentioned in 3rd case. This is her sister, both of who gave guarantees for her. Both of these 2 monsters and pieces of shit are psychopaths. They have serious psych issues. So act as, I think that I have here the part on court of public opinion. I need to yeah, cool. So this was.
If you can help an investigation a terrible sex crime involving, as you say, potentially hundreds of children, you should cooperate with the police and answer questions. And of course, the lawyers in America clearly know that. But let me put it this way, that's why they tried to. But Mark, you're giving a very accurate and insightful legal analysis, and I respect you're a top lawyer.
And as you say, you would protect your clients.
But actually, for a member
So
of the
June 24th of June. I don't know if I recorded.
Okay, so it makes sense to.
So in this clip from this was Good Morning court of public opinion is mentioned, and also I think that I have here something on so-called elite. I just need to check it out, or maybe it's other video. Yeah, it is. This is also something on so-called elite. How stupid these morons are. So this is Ternos. This is extremely important. Something that was introduction to Jeffrey Epstein scandal in terms of credibility of the so-called elite. Where is it? Okay, I think I have this in another video. I just mentioned here terms, and I think this is it's the video related to some YouTube guidelines or something like that. But this is important. It is important that this video has the part on court of public opinion. Some of these three people mentioned it, so I'm not going to or maybe I should play it. Okay, I will play it anyways.
How do I close down my exposure? In the court of public opinion, that's right.
Yeah, court of public opinion. So 5 minutes and 7 seconds.
So this is the court of public opinion. These guys, people from UK knows probably he's interested in law and probably this guy. So
people would view it, whether you're a prince or a pauper, if you can help and investigate a terrible sex crime involving a pauper.
The whole interview. So
people would view it, whether you're a prince or a pauper, if you can help and investigate a terrible sex crime involving, as you say, potentially hundreds of children, you should cooperate with the police. Terrible.
Okay, associate editor, Daily Mirror. Oh, that's cool. So that was it. I needed to mention it because there will be a video just on court of public opinion, because it turned out it is extremely important. So Ghislaine Maxwell. So this is February. Yeah, this is October, after I posted that video. So it says here, has already been convicted by court of public opinion, and something okay, I won't go. I won't play. I want to play another video, but it will be too long. Okay, let's focus on this. So, second question: if politicians, judges, prosecutors, officials, and so on, and others have so much power to distribute and protect justice, how is it possible that every decision of every state institution can be overturned by simple signatures of citizens? Of course, it is possible that there is a law that prevents this, but such a law has no basis, which means that it was enacted fraudulently, meaning that it is illegal law. So this is on how court of public opinion is powerful, and I asked him, okay, that was all I asked. Actually, there was, I sent request for revision on the related to decision on complaint of complaint on frauds committed by judge, brutal frauds by judge, acting judge in proceedings, inheritance proceedings of my late father. So it was very simple. They haven't, higher instance court haven't stated what was my complaint about, which is something shocking. I don't know if this maybe happened in during some communist era or something, or similar brutal regimes, but in any normal society it is impossible. So very small not a lot of tags, because this is more than enough. So this is what they should have added in their decisions of the higher instance court. However, this part on revision will be subject of other video, because the other person from Supreme Court answered. So this is nothing. This is also nothing which is related to Supreme Court. So I just need to show after this how many times they answered me. So it should be the other way around. So I'm searching now how many times they answered. So this was that thread which I just showed. This is their answer. It will be subject of another video, so I'm not going into that. I mean, I can show that it's not the president, it's someone else, Jasminka Boric. It's about that revision I mentioned, and the third one, they just confirmed they received email. So that was basically it. He never answered. And what is more interesting is this. So I just need to check out emails I received from. So this I'm checking just emails I received from High Council of Judiciary. So they are the ones who elect, not really elect, but create list of judges, potential judges, candidates to be elected by the parliament. I think the new law, according to new law, they will be elected by new judges will be actually elected by this council, so High Council of Judiciary. But what I wanted to show is this. Actually not. What's this? It's a picture. Okay. So they just, High Council of Judiciary here, they just confirmed they received the email. I know what's this. Okay, this is the last email. Doesn't matter. The last email in the thread. then this is the again confirming email. Why is it so long? Yeah. And the last one is actually it's not. Yeah, I remember now. What's the point? So this is also confirmation, but there was this lady Maria Gashevic from its DA, the same domain, so High Council of Judiciary. She answered. I'm going to skip this one. Just a confirmation of an email, because the first one is the most important. Other ones are just confirmations from her. So she works in this is administration of High Council of Judiciary. So this is where she works. She only confirmed here she received my emails, and also here the same thing, just a confirmation, 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 and again and again and again. Okay, so these two threads were just confirmation. So this first one chronologically is important. This is also just confirmation. So these two emails from this thread. So this is something I received from guy who is Ivan Jovicic, who is deputy of the president of High Council of Judiciary, and he is referring again with the wrong date. I don't know what is this dopis. Yeah. So no, this is something else. Sorry, this is the 25th of of December 2020. I need to find that email. So I need to, okay, but before that I can finish up this to avoid returning to the same thing, to avoid searching for it again. So he answered that again I sent a submission. It was crime report, not a submission. Again submission. So where my submission quoted, where I described crime acts, crimes, and I gave link, and I also called them on 15th. So 15th on March 2021, and he said here High Council Judiciary is independent. I don't know how to translate this, it doesn't matter. Independent body which secures and guarantees independency of judges and courts, and their duties are described in law and high council judiciary. It doesn't, it cannot act or decide on on submissions which are about crime reports, which are about crimes, so crime reports, and about submissions on work of other institutions. Probably, I mean, this term is used for state institutions. So the one who acts on crime reports, so he added here crime reports in the end, which is interesting, and submissions. So crime report is a special kind of submission where everyone acts, especially prosecution, ex officio, so by the definition of their job. So the one who acts on crime reports and submissions which describes crimes are state prosecutions. Institutions and so on and so on. So this is basic definition of prosecution, and this is defined in the law on prosecutions. So it can be seen here that he didn't invoke any law, I mean part of the law article and so on and so on. So article, paragraph, point, and so on and so on. He pretends here he doesn't know law on criminal proceedings. According to that law, everyone, and I repeat, everyone who is informed about the crime needs to file a report to about that to either police or prosecution. So he's pretending here he doesn't know one of the most important laws in judiciary, so law or code on criminal proceedings. Another important thing is that he is a judge. It says here judge, and according to the law on criminal proceedings, you can file a report not just to police and prosecution, which is not acting prosecution, but also to the court. I explained that in a lot of videos, so I'm not going to go into details. I will just give this email. So this email is this video, sorry. So this video confirms the possibility of a citizen or any other. I mean, it can be official, doesn't matter. So any citizen in general. So confirms possibility that any citizen can also file a crime report to the court, not just to police and prosecution, including non-acting prosecution. So this judge, president of the court, higher instance court, confirmed that because she invoked exactly that part of the law. So article and paragraph, it's article 281 paragraph 3. So she confirmed that, and she's the president of higher instance court, which means that this guy pretends he knows nothing about the law, about law or code on criminal proceedings. So he's brutally breaking the law. And the reason why I'm showing this, so as I've shown, this is the only response I got from them. And it's because he is the deputy president, and the president is this guy. So at that time, this guy was president, not just, it says here, President of Supreme Cassation Court and President of High Council of Judiciary. So he didn't have guts to answer me, but he asked his colleague, Deputy President, to ask instead, and after I responded to his rubbish. Blah, 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 this is not something important. So I asked something about those frauds regarding my. I asked him to fix this regarding my late father's inheritance proceedings. Of course, they never answered, as I just shown. And what I want to see is that email, actually to show that email. That he was referring to I sent on 25th of December 2021. No, 2020, sorry. It's not this. So I haven't sent it to, this is nothing. No, that's not it. Yeah, it's not it either. It's after this date. Maybe this. No. No, it's not. So I haven't sent this using address of this lady Maria Gashevitz, so it must be then Secretariat, the other address. So let's see, this should be the first. Yeah, Dopis, yeah, that's the one. The date matches, yeah, that's the date. So I said here for High Council of Judiciary and State Council of Prosecutors. Actually, I need to check out this. I maybe made a mistake, so yeah, High Council of Judiciary, State, it is Council. So they translated this. Okay, I was right. Cool. So I sent them. So these two government bodies or institutions, whatever, are the ones who create a list of candidates of judges and prosecutors to be elected by the parliament. And I asked them to remove their colleagues from these councils. So both judges and prosecutors. And this is the folder related to emails I sent to Supreme Cassation Court. Now it's just Supreme Court. So I expected that these judges who were involved in crimes against crimes related to cover up of monstrous murders of my family, I expected they will be removed from all the bodies related to judiciary. They will lose their license and so on and so on. And this is the main directory. I also addressed here Bar Association of Serbia. I think this is final 2. Yeah, this is final 2. I mentioned that folder in other videos, so I'm not going into details. Okay, this is something not important. So that was basically that email. So in that email can be in this folder can be seen that I sent this indictment or crime report. So that's the indictment I sent on 19th of June, and there should be here somewhere here should be the answer of the president. So they pretend they don't know how to use the, so this is that answer. They pretend they don't know how to use G Drive, which is pathetic. So this is basically what they did, and of course what I need to do now is to show this other guy. So this is that other guy, deputy president. There is some case related to him, some scandal. So he filed a lawsuit against this lady. She's a retired English professor. She probably lied that she called him a farmer, which is insult here in Serbia, and she needs to pay around something more than 1,500 euros for insulting him. And from what I read in this article, his wife was with him when this lady allegedly insulted him. It was over a dog, and their statement of this piece of shit and his wife didn't match. So, but still, this lady was ordered to pay the damages for insult, for psychic pain, and so on and so on. So I called him piece of shit. I will put this on internet, on my YouTube channel, and I want to see. It will be really interesting if he can sue me, because I'm a witness of international organized crime and nobody can touch me on 2 counts. And I think I should finish my video with this. By the way, I created the screenshot, the thumbnail for that video. It will be this guy and that other guy, president. So I'll put them together, and the title of the video will be President of Supreme Court pretends he knows nothing about illegal arms trade in Serbia. And I will also add this guy in the title, if there is a place, if there is a space, and it should be. So 2 judges pretends they know nothing about something that even not just Serbian newspapers wrote, but also international newspapers like Deutsche Welle. So check out the date. So this is Deutsche Welle, and there is also Spiegel. Spiegel. So okay, I was close. Yeah. And some French newspapers also wrote about it and so on and so on, but he pretends I mean, two of them pretends they know nothing about it. Even BBC, this is Serbian version of BBC, Al Jazeera and so on and so on. So, and they pretend they know nothing about it. So these are the judges this is the top of judiciary in Serbia. So top of the judiciary, not judges from some local court. Okay, so I can now finish up this.